Racing F1, okay.
F1 racing.
Yeah, make sure you sub and like the video. Shut up.
Where can I find my...
Starts...
Get YouTube Premium today!
Okay. F1 racing.
Stop being gay.
Jeez.
F1 racing.
Yeah, make sure you... I don't... Racing F1, okay.
F1 racing.
Make sure you sub and like the video. No, I'm gonna... Shut up.
Can I find my... Get YouTube Premium today!
Make sure you do...
F1 racing. Dick.
Barry, Jack.
Yes.
I think it's not good if we're in the same party as the commentator. Because it would just mess up the stream. So.
I know. I just want to do one thing before I go. It's just a very quick one. It won't be too bad. Yeah, I will. Okay, I'll stop. Oh! I just ate the mic. Okay, we'll stop. Alright. When are we starting? 18 something. Oh. What's so bad out here? We got an inbox. We got a notification from our inbox. More people are liking the video.
How many likes do we have on total?
265.
That's actually pretty cheap.
Oh, fuck you. Okay, yes.
What? Considering we started... Oh, actually. SBS Leighton.
SBS Leighton? Oh.
It's just a goat.
Hold up, take off mommy, count like wow.
It's the fucking goat.
Who's that? Who's cool guy? Oh.
Dirty driver song. Be well rested, you motherfucker. I heard what you just said.
It's the Belgian Grand Prix.
Yes.
Right, everyone, I'm going to go now. I feel disabled. Oh, that helps. No, I didn't mean to start a party with no. Okay, there we go. Right. Welcome everyone to Italy, the 12th round of the SBS Racing League Championship here in Italy. I don't have to mention it again, but I'm gonna have to because, well. But this track has been a popular one among everyone, all the spectators, and is the home of one of the biggest Formula One teams and manufacturers in the world, Ferrari. I'm pretty sure most of you should know. I think all of you should know what Ferrari is. I'm sure all of you know what Ferrari is, unless you're no, I'm not even gonna say it. But anyways, this is a tough track to go through. You know, you've got many twists and turns. You've got that chicane that turns you into an EasyJet aeroplane. You've got everything. It's absolutely mental, and it can end in tragedy. And it's just there's going to be so much chaos that you would want to stick around right to the end, because it's going to be absolutely amazing. So, track info, let's have a look. I don't have it. Anyway, give me 1 minute. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, my phone's been really slow today. There we go. Should be good. Okay, I have got everything that you could want to know here about Italy. There is just so much. If this would load. Okay, got it. So, the location is in Monza, Italy. Great track. Obviously, it's got, the track itself has a capacity of 118,000 people. That is a lot. It's FIA grade 1, because that's the only reason it's here. And it first opened in the 3rd of September 1922, so a long time ago, nearly 100 years ago this track was opened, which is absolutely crazy to think about. The Formula 1 Italian Grand Prix was held here from 1950 to 1979, where it skipped 2 years, and from 1981 to the present day we have been racing at this circuit, and it's been racing at many other tracks as well. For example, the Endurance Championship, the DTM Championship, many other championships have been racing here. You've got a track length of 5.7 kilometers, which is equivalent to around 3.6 miles, 11 turns, and the lap track record was surprisingly set by Ruben Barrichello back in 2004 with a 1:21.0. So that's all you need to know about Italy thus far. Oh, okay. Right, we're nearly ready for the start of this Grand Prix. Hope you all are ready as well. I'm going to mute my mic until we're all ready. Right, everyone's ready for the Grand Prix. Everyone is now ready for the Grand Prix to begin, qualifying to start, and everyone is in the pits waiting for their time. Now, who's going to be the first one to come out? I see a McLaren in the distance. That's not a McLaren, I don't think. Was I right with McLaren? I'm not sure, actually. It wasn't McLaren, it was Alfa Romeo. Who's going to come out first? Oh, it was Jam Boy. So he's going to be the first. He's already cut the chicane. That is not good. That's already his lap invalidated. Others out is Cool Guy, who is in replacement of Ahai. No, in replacement of... God, I swear I know. Paco. Yes, Paco. He's in replacement of Paco for the moment. So... who else is out? Kagwa is out. Strange Ship is out. Everyone is ready to begin. Apple's out. Border's out. Hi Border. How you doing? Tripix Risen's out as well. Looks like he was going around Parabolica there for a second, but besides that, everyone else is pretty much out at the moment. So we're going to go back to Jam Boy, as he's going to be the first one to start his lap. Hopefully he hasn't invalidated his next lap as well, so going to be watching him ever so slightly to see how he does. And he's going to begin his lap as he comes across the Parabolica now. Doesn't go as wide as he should have, which is good, very good. Starts his flying lap. So now on to the main straight towards the first chicane. Try not to go too deep into this because you can get those curves to launch you up in the air and get you a bad exit. But now he's done that absolutely perfectly, and onwards towards the next car. Why the Alpines off the track, I have no idea. That might or might not be Kagwa, I'm not sure, but he set a purple in the first sector, which is very good. Yeah, he's the first one to do it, isn't he? Yeah. Let's see if anyone launches themselves into that thing, because if they do, it'll be very embarrassing. But to be honest, I wouldn't blame them, because loads of people have the same problem, and so do I, and so does Bobby, and so does everyone else. So we are now looking at Jam Boy to see if he can set a good lap. Purple in the second sector, of course. And he's slowed down, that's his lap invalidated. Epilic, he's got a purple in the second sector. He's not got his lap invalidated, surprisingly. As we move on towards Parabolica, you've got the Haas ahead of him. He's going to use him for some sort of a slipstream here. Pulls over to the right. Pulls over to the left to get out of the way. Epilic has been doing well these last couple of races. He's finally showed his skill with a race win in Azerbaijan. But across the line he goes. There's a 125, 120.5. As we see more come across the line now. We are now waiting for Ahai to... No, we are waiting for Border Bold. Oh, his lap is validated. He won't be able to improve. He's going to have another go. Next lap, we've got the Ferrari of Tripix Risen towards the line. Second place is 2.5 seconds behind, and that isn't a good lap by him. There's a yellow flag as Leighton comes across the line, gets second place. Can't beat Epilic. Kagwam has a disappointing lap on the mediums as well. Jack's Gaming jumps up to third. Very good. And more come across the line. Such a Strange Ship as he goes up to fourth. And Mercedes Ahaho, our race winner in Saudi Arabia, only goes 7th. He must have spun or something on that lap. So Waffler, replacement of Slapstream, has gone 5th. Good luck by him, certainly. We're going to have a look now at... I can look. He's going in the pit, so he's going to pit. Sandro Pro might be on a lap here, as yes, he is on a lap. He hasn't got invalidated, which is good, very good. He's heading towards I was going to say power, but I've completely forgot. A Ferrari chicane. He's gone through the Ferrari chicane nicely there. He's coming up towards the line now. Leighton goes provisional pole with a 120.4. Gets himself up into first. We are now watching Sandro Pro to see if he can improve. He probably won't. Might dial into the pits, but he's going to finish this lap. A disappointing 11. It's going to be disappointing 8 for 124. We look behind though to see Cool Guy doing his lap. He's got a 26.5 in the first sector. He's in replacement of Paco, who is at the moment fighting for the World Championship. So he needs to get in this good result now. And I'd like to say, really, Slapstream, if I'm taking this off the World Championship, I would love to see him get into that championship fight. Because if he can, because he's definitely shown it in the past for McLaren, if he can get into that championship fight, he will be legendary. He'll probably even win the thing. He'll get close to winning at least. He's got his teammate, Cool Guy's got his teammate Leighton for a slipstream, but could he get in the way? He pulls over to the left to move out of the way of his teammate. And could Cool Guy get a really good lap here as SBS Bobby retires? Cool Guy might be on for a provisional pole here as he comes across the line. Second place for Cool Guy as he comes across the line 3 milliseconds slower than Leighton's fastest lap. 3 milliseconds. What a lap by Cool Guy. Wowza. Can you believe it? That is chaos as Sir Waffler must have had some sort of an incident because he's in barriers. Oh, yeah. Definitely some sort of incident there. That's not good for Sir Waffler, but at least he's set his lap and he's got the lap done. But on the medium tyres. Could he have done it on the soft and gone quicker? Well, we can't find out now. As Jamboy stays out, sets his lap, goes up to 8th. So only only 2 temps down on Sir Waffler now. So pretty good by him. He is doing as much as he can at the moment. So keep it in this. And we are now going to have a look at Cool Guy once again. Yeah, he's backed off, it's not improving. Trippic's risen, maybe? Who knows? His fuel's low, he might go into low fuel mode halfway through the lap. He's not going to improve anyway. Jamboy's back out. And he goes seriously wide, loses the back end and hits the barriers, just keeps it alive. And that is going to damage his front wing. That is not good for Jamboy. At all. And he goes off the track. He's trying his best to get back as Epilic denies Williams 1-2 at the moment. Goes 4.5 attempts quicker with a sub 120 with time of 199. That is what you call a lap of legends. A 199. And that's just forced Leighton to go back out for another lap as he is going to try snatch that provisional pole back. And maybe will Cool Guy come out as well to try deny him. Might even deny his teammate. But Jamboy is in the pit. Some people are coming out for their flying laps. As 6-3 loses the back end there with his new fresh softs. back in the business. We are going to have a look at Borderbold, who has actually just gone second as he goes off the track at the Easy Jet Chicane, as I like to call it. Both Williams now on their outlaps. We are going to watch Leighton as he starts his flying lap and sees if he can deny good old Appalach for pole position. So as he enters the first chicane, tries not to go wide and does that great. No loose back end as well, goes into it perfectly and goes through this nice sweeping right-hander towards the second chicane, which can really catch you out. As long as you keep it safe, you should be alright with it. We're going to go on board with him through the chicane, and he does it absolutely perfectly. It's purple in the first sector for Leighton. This is a great lap he's on so far in the first sector alone. In the second sector, he is yet to be, we are yet to see, but if he keeps the way he's going to get back that provisional pole, and but his teammate could get back at him and get that provisional pole as well. He's got his teammate back to help maybe get him the favour back with the slipstream. Maybe the slipstream will help his teammate get back into this. Is he going to pull over? Yes, he does pull over. That was a near collision with his teammate, just keeps it out off the back of his car, and now across the line he goes. Will he get the provisional pole back? Will he? He's just missed out by a tenth and a half. Was that situation with his teammate might have ruined his lap there, as his teammate now goes on for a flying lap. We're going to watch him. We're going to watch Cool Guy, see if he can get a decent lap out of this. That has just ruined Leighton's chances. And now will Leighton be quite bad with his teammate? I wouldn't be surprised if he is, but I wouldn't go jump to conclusion saying it was his fault. Maybe it was just Leighton being slow, but again, I think something to do with Cool Guy was the response of that. But again, I'm not going to jump to conclusion. That's what I think, and I don't want to make this into a massive fight, so I'm just going to say. Entering Ascari now, and now towards Parabolica. He's got a teammate ahead. Once again, paying the favour. Is he going to pay the favour now? Is Leighton. Is he going to pay the favour once again? He's going to stay ahead of him. He's not going to pull over. Both are going in the pits anyway. So Cool Guy doesn't finish his lap. Interesting. That might just change something in here. This might as well. With Williams in the pits, and out goes Tripix Ritten. We're going to watch Borderbold because he could be a shout for pole. Checks Gaming, still going slowly. Yep. Borderbold could be at a chance for pole position here. And we are now going to watch him start his lap. We're going to go on board with him for the whole lap, see if anything bad happens. Apparently he's got some sort of damage on that car that could affect his lap, but at the moment he is in third, and if he can improve he could get up there with Leighton and Epilec, who at the moment fighting for provisional pole. With only 3.5 minutes remaining in this session, this could go down right to the wire. The Borderbold is the only one out of the top 3 to be out, and the only one that is actually on their flying lap besides Jamboy. And Jamboy's about to finish his lap. He's in the pits, so he's the only one out setting his flying lap at the moment. And let's see if he does improve through the second sector, as we're going to have a look at his times. Will it be an improvement? Will it not be an improvement? We're going to have to wait and see. As he goes through, he's gone faster by a 10th, so this should be a decent lap from Borderbold, as long as he can keep it from invalidation or a spin at Parabolica. So this should be a good lap for Borderbold. He can increase he can decrease his time at the top, which will be very well as he goes a little bit wide at Parabolica, keeps it straight, the car, and across the line. He does go faster, but not by much. That final sector might have just ruined it for him, but he has improved, and he's probably going to still keep his position, as Alhi 2003 and Cool Guy are on their outlaps as well. So we're going to have a look at them as they're going through this bit corner now. Epilik and Leighton also out. We're gonna have a look at Leighton this time. We're gonna have to see if Leighton can get past. Now, was this a tactical move to get ahead of his teammate to give him a tow? Because if it was, or was this just a tactical move made by him? Gonna have to wait and see. Cool Guy staying behind. Leighton pulls over to he lets him pass, so that's going to compromise Leighton's lap as he's just gone straight on. This might. Yeah, go on AlphaTauri. Shouldn't say that on stream, but hey guys. Epilik, this could be handing you the pole position here. 0.14 seconds is the gap between you and second, which is Leighton. Leighton has pulled over to give Cool Guy the advantage, so that is compromised Leighton's lap, and that's going to let Epilik improve. But no, Epilik slows down and he starts speeding up again when he sees Leighton. Cool Guy, we're going to have a look at his lap as he was let pass by his teammate before. Is he going to get let pass by his teammate again? And that he's replicated what he did to Leighton before on his previous lap when he missed out on pole by the tiniest of margins. Could he have affected Cool Boy's lap? Yes, he has. He's definitely affected it. 2.2 seconds. That's not an improvement. He's only got 20 seconds left. So this lap or nothing, and he's not going to improve this lap at all. Well, interesting qualifying session we have had here in Italy so far, and it looks to me that this is going to be qualifying over. No more improvements will be given to these drivers. This is pretty much qualifying over for all of them as Epilik runs out of fuel. Leighton's nearly had a spin there. Jamboy's in the way. That could have ended terribly. Jack's Gaming actually improves on his time, goes 3 attempts quicker. That I didn't expect. Alhi 2003 on his lap. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate at the oh, that is, he's in the barriers. Yeah, he is in the barriers. Just about saves it from getting DNF. But that was close. 6-3 going 7 attempts quicker at the moment on those soft tyres. Could he? Oh, he's got his one invalidate. That, my friends, is qualifying. Very good qualifying at that. Epilik, you're on pole for the Italian Grand Prix, followed by Leighton and Borderbold. Cool Guy is in 4th, very good debut qualifying for him. Jack's Gaming in 5th, Alhi 2003 in 6th, not the qualifying he would have wanted. Joe Ram in 7th, followed by Phil, Kagwa and Tripix Risen in the top 10. Strange, Ship 6-3 and Sir Waffler also fill out the SBS points tally. So, JD John didn't set a lap. I would have expected him to, because he he was racing. It wasn't like DNF'd or anything. He just didn't settle up. So interesting tactics by him. I don't think that is a tactic. That's just him being him. But interesting interesting qualifying. Oh, okay. Yeah, very well done by all of them. There's 5 red lights here ahead of the drivers, and it's lights out and away we go. Evelyn gets a good start off the line. Leighton's dropping down positions already. He's down to second as we enter the first corner. Is there going to be any chaos from behind? Hopefully not, as Sandro Fro's already out of the session. He's had a retirement straight away, and the virtual safety car's been called out. And that's a start nobody wanted to see, as a full safety car now is out. Wow. I did honestly call it. There would be a safety car first corner. And my guess wasn't wrong. So, I'll take it. This safety car, early safety car, wasn't really that needed. I mean, the first lap safety car really isn't nice. I mean, you like to see it in real Formula 1, but when you're having it in racing leagues, it's just irritating. It's not nice, okay? Well, we move on from that as we're about to enter the second lap. The safety car's waiting after the first chicane. Now let's have a look at the tyres people started on. So most people started on the soft tyres, except for the drivers of JD Young, so Waffler and Sixbury, as Alhi 2003 doing the early pit stop onto the mediums. Good decision or wrong decision for Alhi 2003? We're going to have to wait to the end to see. But in my opinion, just so far, I don't think Alhi 2003 made a good decision there. But who knows? Anything could happen by the end of this race, so we'll have to wait and see. So everyone now is under the safety car. Alhi is the only one to pit. So far he pit for mediums, so I'm guessing that's so he can save that as a 5-second penalty for Phil for a collision with Jax Gaming. Jax just avoids a penalty there. Yeah, there's nothing really much to talk about here under the safety car, so. Who are they and why did they join? It looks like 6th grade actually. 6th grade? Will safety car be in this lap? Yes, it will be. Safety car in this lap. The racing will continue right away. So, Ebelik's going to lead us off from the line in his 88 car. He's won a race before in Baku. Could he win it again today? We'll kind of have to wait until the end to see. So, and here we go. There's a 5-second penalty for Leighton for a severe collision with Borderbold. That isn't good. Borderbold might have damage. Does he have damage? I don't think he has damage. As Epelik finally gets away, sort of catches Leighton off guard. Border goes wide into wide that corner. He doesn't go yet. Now he puts on the full throttle. Was that a good decision or the wrong decision? Well, we're going to have to wait here as Leighton might have a run here at the AlphaTauri around the outside towards the first chicane. Behind Cool Boys, but trying to make a move on Borderbold. Leighton's going to break Leighton, so does Epelik. Epelik goes a little bit wider through that corner. Leighton's put under pressure as Cool Boy pushes Border wide and gets up into third, but only with the budging and bulging that he did there. In my opinion, I think Cool Boy kind of pushed Border wide there. I'm not gonna lie, I think I saw that. Trying to just shove him off the track. And there's a collision again. Border hitting the back of Jack Scaling. And there's another collision at the back. That's a high 2003. Oh, that is terrible. It's Borderbold's dropping places. Again, did he go onto the grass? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not very sure because I didn't see it, but that is not good. The worst restart possible for Borderbold, as he's now being overtaken by Kagwa, and he's dropping even more places as he drops to 10th place. He's nearly out of the points. As what is happening? I think he's in AI mode, you know. That's it. This is terrible for Borderbold. Many drivers in the pits, and some people are already in. Strange Chip and Borderbold and 6-3 in the pit lane. We're going to watch Borderbold pit. On goes the new front wing, so he does have damage on that car. On goes the new front wing, and at the front, it's certainly getting close between the Williams cars. As you can tell, Williams getting quite closer here. We're a 4.4 second gap. 0.4 second gap. That's behind. We're having a fight here between the Aston Martin and Phil. Phil has been passed up by Ram. Up into 5th he goes on his Aston Martin debut. We're going to have a look at the Williams here because they are getting quite close behind us. Jamboy is now once again having a fight with SBS Bobby. And Cool Boy's messed that corner up. That is the worst way you could have done the Scary, lads. I am so sorry. But loads of people behind getting very close to each other. Our High 2003 trying to make a comeback. But he's got Bobby in his way, so he's going to have to get him past quickly as Epilix sets another fastest lap at 1:22.9. And DRS is enabled, so he's going to use the DRS on the second straight, if I'm correct, to get past. No, he's just gonna use the slipstream, but that's all he a High 2003 needs. He just needs a couple of slipstream, just a bit of slipstream, and there you go. Phil M13, very close to the back of Kagwa, could get that move done just before. No, he can't. He's gonna have to wait a couple more corners for that move to happen. As trying not to turn to an aeroplane, he's gone flying up in the air, and that's going to let JD Young Justin absolutely sail past in that Aston Martin. What a move that was. Nice one there to get up to the P7. So Sir Waffler is in 9th. At the front, it's now Leighton with that 5-second penalty. Against Epilix this time, so not against his teammate, that was before. He's against the racing leader, and he could get past with DRS any moment now as we enter the final straight. Around Parabolica we go. Will Leighton get past Epilix? That's the big question. The gap's definitely decreased before the thing, as Leighton's as fast as lap still off at Epilix. DRS might help him here. As he's going to brake late. He's going to brake late towards the first chicane. So Waffler gets ahead of Phil M13 towards the first chicane. He's going to send it around the outside, see if that move is still possible, and he's definitely made it work like a charm. What a move that was by Phil M13. I think I need a break to see that move once again. And no, he's going right back past around the outside. That move was quite simple there. It was a great move at the start with Phil M13, so Waffler gets back ahead of the Red Bull. Great fighting between them two. And Justin ahead, getting very close to the back of Kagwa's car, and could be able to make a move very soon, as we now watch him watching Kagwa. He is also catching on JD Young's teammate, Jelbram. And now is JD Young's time to catch up, but Kagwa uses the CRS to go to try peel away before the final straight. Or maybe he's just trying to catch Jelbram, as he is getting quite close. So, main straight time, DRS activated. Is he going to get past? Kagwa also has DRS, so in fact Kagwa is actually going for a move around the outside of Jelbram. Could the move will the move stick here as he goes onto the curb? No, it won't. He's going to stay behind Jelbram for the time being, but he's going to get that traction, and he might deploy his DRS. No, he won't. JD Young behind though is revving up. This freeway fight for the lead might not change at all. This is going to be a nice little fight, as behind there's also a nice little train as Phil goes wide and into the barriers. Phil's in the wall, and that's not good for the Red Bull team, as they Red Bull with no points once again. I really feel for them, man. I really do. But Epilec at the front, still doing its thing. Kagwa still doing his thing. And this train could change positions here. JD John behind is going to use his ERS, and he's going to absolutely breeze past. Could he get past his teammate around the outside in parabolic? He certainly does. What a move by Justin and JD. What a move by JD Young. And this fight could continue onwards towards the first chicane. The DRS open on many of these cars. Justin is the only one without it, and he's got Kagwa behind it. He's got his teammate around the outside towards the first chicane. This could end badly here, and some of them make contact. Kagwa's off the circuit, I think. These two are still going to have a fight here towards the second chicane. He's going to pull over to the left to try and make that move stick, and he's going to go around the outside towards the second chicane. This could get interesting as they go wheel to wheel. They make contact, they bang wheels, and Gelrum stays ahead in P6. Justin and JD Young and Gelrum has just made the best moves I have ever seen in SBS history. If I'm going to watch that again, I would watch it over and over and over again. And if you're watching this now, put this in the highlight clips for history, mate. That was something amazing. And talking about amazing, there's a yellow flag. That's Phil M13. New hards, maybe towards the end, maybe? He's trying to pull a move here so he can get those tires to the end, because he did have damage, if you do remember. The top two now getting very close towards each other, a 5/10 gap. Could this be enough for Leighton to have a go at him towards the second chicane? There might be a chance, and you never know. Will he use that ERS to gain? I don't think he will this straight, but he had a decent chance at it beforehand, and he's not going to get it just yet. As Tripex Risen and Sir Waffler having a little fight here, having a little scrap with Jamboy, and Alho 2003 following up behind. So Waffler trying to go around the outside towards the second chicane. Gonna have a look down the inside. Could this end badly? He's gonna back out. Jamboy's having a look around the outside. He has to cut the chicane to keep it on the road and keep it out of the barriers. Alho 2003 is just at the back there, just chilling. He's just chilling at the back, to say quite simply. So Waffler goes wide. Jamboy has now got the DRS and ERS, even though he doesn't have much. He's going to use the amount that he has left. He's going to brake early, so Waffler brakes very late, and he's got that penalty now for cutting the corners, and he goes wide onto the gravel as well. That is terrible. Alho 2003 is just falling behind a bit on those tyres, as Cool Boy is in the pits, and behind Sixbury might have had a problem, and yes, he has had a problem as he spins off into the barrier. He doesn't spin off into the barriers, but he's off into the gravel at Lesmo 1. And this fight's going to continue on as Jamboy looks to the inside, but Sir Waffler also looks to the inside on Tripex Risen. Jamboy's going to send it towards the first turn, and he's going to make two moves in one corner. That was amazing. An overtake once again for the history books. That was something special from Jamboy as he gets himself up into P5. But again, he still has the picks. As behind, there's another fight. Alho 2003 gets ahead of Tripex Risen, and he's up to P7. His comeback has been coming for a while, and it's making it work. From where it is now to the end of the Grand Prix, this man's going to be one to watch. So, the ones on the new tyres are Coolboy, Jax Gaming and Kagwa. Those are the three who pit this lap. Are the ones at the front, Leighton and Epilik, going to... Leighton got ahead of Epilik. I didn't even see it. Leighton in the pits and Epilik's behind him. This is going to be close here. Who's going to come out ahead? Probably Leighton, but if any mistakes happen, then anything can change. Oh yeah, Leighton has to serve his time penalty. That's going to give the lead back to Epilik. As he goes into third. And Epilik comes out ahead of the others. Cool Guy also goes ahead into second place on his debut race for the team on his so he's replacing someone else who could make it the race today, so he's doing really well at the moment, obviously. Justin or JD Jong is leading the race. Aston Martin 1-2 at the moment as my microphone dies. Aston Martin 1-2 at the moment, but both of them are going to need a pit. So if they want a pit, they might as well pit now. Justin's on 11 lap old medium, so he decided to stay on the medium. Start on the mediums. Gel Room is yet to pit on 11 lap old softs. So I say put Gel Room into the pits now before JD Young. But Justin has he is in the lead, so he has the choice if he can stay out or is he going to pit this lap. So we're going to have a look now. What's he going to do as he comes through Parabolica? He's going to stay out. So is Jerome going to do the same thing? Yes, he is. So both of them stay out another lap. I'm a bit surprised, to be honest. They're really stretching these tyres out. And Phil and 13 gets a penalty, 3 seconds. And we'll have a look, more fights. Area, so Waffler on High 2003 and Jamboy getting back into a close fight here as at High 2003 is really getting to the back of Jamboy as we enter the second DRS straight. Jamboy's a lonely frog out there amidst a load of other cars. But surprisingly, with the DRS, Ahoy hasn't gained that much, only a 10th on that DRS straight. I know it isn't that powerful, but it's still DRS. He could have gained a couple tenths. But hey, I'm not going to question it. Epilic leading at the moment. He would be leading if everyone ahead pit at least. Is anyone going to pit? Well, I can definitely see Jalrum's in the box. Jamboy's also pitting. No, he isn't. He is not. He's digged me out. He's digged the commentator out. That's just not allowed. No. Aha 2003 getting very close. Jamboy pulling over to the right to defend. A bit aggressive there. And that's going to let So Waffler catch up. And now Epilic's right on their tail. And you've got the Williams Concertina up as well. And you've got Jack's Gaming behind. It's so chaotic between all of these drivers. And now we're going to see exactly how it's going to turn out. And down the he's up in the air. Jamboy's up in the air and he spins off the track. So Epilic's ahead of Sir Waffler now, but that is a crazy move. At High 2003, he's got what was the leader of this race. He's probably going to pit this lap. Now that I say it, he's got 11 lap old mediums on. I think it's time to box, because if I were him at this point in time, it definitely 100% time to box, because he's being caught up by the leader, and that's not very good at all. Both Williams get through, and so Waffler is also maybe going to have a choice of pitting or not. At High 2003 stays out from Epilic, McLaren, so Waffler also stays out. 14 lap old medium, so does JD Jong. As Epilic absolutely sweeps past High 2003. No help whatsoever from anyone else. And behind there's a fight with Sir Waffler and Cool Guy. Both of these guys replacing really important drivers in the teams. Nearly make contact with Williams and McLaren. Just about stay out of an accident, but he's going to have his ERS open. He's going to use the slipstream to have a look, see if he can get a move done into the second chicane. No move will be made. It's a little bit of a Scott Amish back end there for the Williams, a Cool Guy, but he's still playing it past. JD Young is still yet to pit, and he's keeping his lap times actually quite consistent, so if he keeps it out, I wouldn't be very surprised. He's gone 15 laps and 27 out of 27 so far. 15 out of 27. That is very good. I would love to see more of this action. This is probably going to be the best race I'll see in SBS history. Gelrum gets ahead of Kagwa behind. A very good overtake. And Epic will be leading as Jamboy going slowly. Has he messed up? Well, he's going into the pits now. 11 lap old mediums. It's finally ended now. He's ended his pain and suffering, and he's going to go on to the next set. So Waffler has been overtaken here by Leighton as he goes up to 5th position. Tries to use the ZRS to get back into this, but probably won't be back into this. New soft tyres go onto Jamboy's car. He's going to brake late, is So Waffler. That isn't going to be enough to get to Leighton, which is a very big disappointment for the McLaren team, as they are now in 6th and 7th. The Williams, their rival team, is in 4th and 5th. Ahai is trying to stretch these tyres out to see if he can get the fresher softs when he needs them. And so is JD Young. And since he's keeping a consistent time towards the car behind, this is perfect for him. There's a Red Bull parked beside the track, and JD Young finally pits. That's Philem 13. He's gone off the circuit. He's going to cut the chicane. JD Young's pit stop, as he's going to get passed by a couple of people. Understandable, obviously, but he's going to switch onto those new softs. And he's going to be a charging force from now to the end of this Grand Prix. He might come out. Yes, he is going to come out ahead of his teammate. Very good for him. He gets ahead of Sir Waffler, which is the best thing, and Gelrum's actually get past Sir Waffler as he goes into the pits and switches on to new soft tyres. He's also going to be a very good looker towards the final of this race as he comes out just ahead. Will he come out just ahead? Trivex Risen? In fact, no. Borderbolt's getting back into this. A little bit off the circuit. Has to cut the chicane. He's going to go as slow as possible. Doesn't get his lap. He doesn't get any penalties. He's not going to be very happy with Borderbolt. But I think what Borderbolt thought was he was fully behind, and I don't blame him for that. He just was too far ahead. He thought he was ahead of him. He tried pulling over to the left to get the extra space, and he didn't know he was there. So I honestly would call that as a racing incident, and we move on from now. Epic in the lead of this race. Leighton gets ahead of Ahai 2003 in Parabolica, and I think now it's time for Ahai to strike. DRS will be on that car as well, on the Mercedes, but will it be enough to catch Leighton on the straight? He's using the DRS, but Leighton also has DRS on his own teammate, and Philem 13 retires from the session. Is that a crash? Yes, it is. It's a full safety car, and that is massive. 2 retirements now, and Phil isn't going to be very happy with that. We're going to have a look at his car, and he's just spun it. I think he's just got it into the wall. No, loads of problems caused by that. Borderbolt takes the opportunity to pit, and so does Strange Ship and Tripex Risen. Bobby also pits behind the safety car as well. Will Sixbury as well if he catches up, maybe. But they're all going to be caught up now. Sorry, they're all going to be in a position where they can really get this. Phil isn't happy. I can definitely tell. Just by the way, he just leaves out of nowhere. So, interesting race so far. Epilid could win his second race for AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri becoming a difficult force to cope with in this. Epilid pits. Leighton and Cool Guy stay. Leighton pits. Cool Guy stays out. And guess who else stays out? Jack's Gaming. Could this change everything? I certainly think that staying out would be the best idea. But the gap between him and the rest of the field is a lot. Why isn't Lane going out? He is going out. Justin has made the best decision of his life. He's in third at the moment. He's only on one lap older softs, but that was the best call he could have got. He's in third at the moment, and Cool Guy could get this win here. If he does get this win, this is going down in history. Debut race victory, replacing a title contender. This is actually Pato, placing him with Cool Guy. And he could be on for his first SBS victory ever in his replacement race. He's brought in as a reserve. And could the first reserve in SBS win a Grand Prix? I know I sound insane. And I'm pretty sure I am insane, but hear me out. This could still happen. There's no chance, right? Actually, there is a chance. There is a chance. Oh my gosh, I need to take a break. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Guys, I'll put my mic back on when the safety car's coming in. Safety car in this lap, right. Cool players never led from a safety car restart before. Well, at least in SBS Tier 1 history. So, he's going to have to do this like formally. He knows how to do it. He's done it multiple times before, I'm guessing, because he is a very talented and skilled driver. So we're waiting to see what happens with him. As Mr. Rising through them, through what is happening at the back, the Jamboy went in the grass there a bit. Through Parabolica we go. Still trying to get his tyres warm, and away maybe we go. Well, what is he now? He's still leading from the front. And he's gone away at the perfect time. What a restart from Cool Guy, as there's already chaos at the back. Cankle is losing places as the safety car has gone in. Blue flags shown for some drivers as everyone brakes so late. Six brake misses his braking point, has to cut the chicane, and he's going to get a penalty for that. Yeah, 3 seconds. Cool Guy leading by a lot here. Border Bowl being overtaken by Strange Ship. I'm so sorry. Alright, anyway. My voice is getting so bad nowadays, bloody hell. Border Bowl gets back ahead of Strange Ship. And Everyone is now only separated by the tiniest of margins, and anything can happen from now to the end of the Grand Prix. Will Cool Guy get his first race win in SBS? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Epilic has been overtaken by Leighton off the start. Ahead, JD Young, right on the back of Jack's Gaming for an overtake. And no, it's terrible news. Gel Room has had a crash, and that is terrible. I'm not sure what happened, if it was someone else's fault or what. But that is terrible news. Terrible news for him. Epilic right on the back of Leighton. He's not going to get the DRS this time. He's going to use his DRS though to try and get past us ahead. Justin on the inside of Jack's Gaming to get that move up into P2. Everyone's braking. So, oh, there's contact! Leighton's round! And there's more contact here. Leighton has just been compromised. Justin gets up to second. Epilic has to back out of Jack's Gaming's space here. That is massive. Leighton's dropped all the way down to 7th, and he's got a harbour front wing now. That is terrible for Leighton. He could have got this race win. He could have certainly got it. But now it's all over for him. Leighton. He ain't winning this race. Oh no. RH 2003 makes an overtake on Epilic, and I don't think Epilic's going to win this race either, as he's also struggling. JD Young gets another penalty. Actually, no, he gets his first penalty. We need to keep an eye on those penalties in there. Cool Guy is on for his first race win ever. If he doesn't mess it up, he's going to do it. Nathan has to pit. That is him and his race over. If Cool Guy himself doesn't get a penalty or doesn't spin, for example, doesn't mess up, he's going to get his first race win, because at the moment he's safe. Even at the moment with Justin JD Young's 3-second penalty, so he's safe with that. Epilic's out of the session. Has he had some sort of crash here? Epilic. He's out at the Grand Prix. Epilic. This is terrible. Why all the race Justin ran the outside. He goes into the lead of the race. Justin into the lead. This isn't over, says Justin in his head. He could get this race win. Cool Guy would like to hang on to that first place, but all he has to do now is just get in a 3-second gap. The disadvantage was there. He's had the disadvantage right from the start, right from the get-go. Now all he has to do is he messes up Scurry. This is terrible. This is turning to misery for Cool Guy, as he's already dropping time. He's down by a second already in the first couple of corners. Could this be over for Cool Guy? Well, JD Young still leading as he goes wide again. Cool Guy always going wide at Parabolica. The McLarens are getting very close to each other, so Waffles has the fastest lap, and he's also deciding to make an overtake on his teammate Jackson. Gets ahead quite easily. Up into third goes the McLaren. That is big news there for Sir Waffler, as he could get his podium in his debut race as well. This is really turning out well for the youngsters. Well, not the youngsters, sorry, the newcomers in SBS. They're probably not youngsters, they're probably older than me for all I care. But anyway, the racing continues. 27 laps are going to be done. 24 of them have been completed. This is going to go right down to the wire in this race. We haven't seen something like this for a while now, and Cool Guy, anyone within 1st to 6th could certainly win this. We're going to have a look at the gap from the intervals. JD Young, with the penalty applied, would be demoted to around, he would be demoted just ahead of Borderbolt. And everyone's going slow again. Yeah, he would be demoted to around ahead of Borderbolt. Now he'll be demoted to only 3rd place, so he'll still get podium. I just saved my microphone's life. Borderbold gets ahead of his teammate Ahai. It's nearly 3 wide towards turn 1, but Border gets ahead into 4th. Could he get this podium? Is still on for Borderbold. And you can now see how close it is from JD on getting this victory to him finishing even out of the podium. But anyone can still win this. Down the inside goes So Werfler. On Cool Boy, there's a massive crash. Borderbold has been hit hard with that. Does he get damage? I wouldn't be surprised if he has. Jack's Gaming's up to 3rd. So Waffler has his race completely ruined. Who else was involved in that? I'm pretty sure it was Ahai 2003 getting involved in that as well. Or was it something? No, it was something to do with Cool Guy. At the moment, Justin's going to get the victory here in this race. Border can still get points though, but he's dropping down like a fly, and this is disappointing to see because he could have got a podium in this race, and every bad thing that could be happening is happening so far. Leighton having issues, so Waffler getting out, Epilic retiring, and now Borderbold getting his chances of a podium washed away. This is just a really, really sad race I'm watching, but also a great race action-wise, as the gap between these two giants at the front, Justin, JD Young, Cool Guy, these two are in for this. They could win this Grand Prix. A gap of only 4 tenths separates the two. Justin knows he can win this. He knows it in his head. He can do it. In the other mind's head of Cool Guy, he is focusing on keeping control of the car. He wants to get this first race win. He needs to get this first race win. Williams would be proud of him. He would be on the glimmer side of everything. If he wins this, then he will no doubt be into SBS permanently, because if a drive like this is going to be replicated again, it wouldn't be. That's all I'm saying. Justin keeps it in a decent balance here, and he's now going to probably win this race. The gap is 4.3. This is going to be going to the final lap. 1.5 seconds the gap. Justin at the moment at this moment of time is going to win. All he needs to do is just finish the race, and he's going to win the race here in Italy. He's been practicing this all week. He's been practicing this circuit. He's been doing it practice-wise with all of us. We've been doing practice ourselves. We've been doing 5 lappers. We've been doing 25%ers. We've been doing 100%ers. We've been doing everything. Even I decided to race on this track this week. In fact, I even raced it today, got a podium. Let's not talk about the day before that though. We are not focusing on me. We are focusing on Justin. JD Young. He has drove an impressive race here. And if I pull up here, if I'm going to pull up anything, it would be pulling up this position change. 15 places he has gained since the start of this Grand Prix. No doubt this is one of the best races he has ever raced in his career. JD Young is going to get to the win here in Italy. As he comes across the line now, he's going to win the Italian Grand Prix. So great of a race for him. 16th all the way up to 1st. Cool Guy has to settle for 2nd, 2 tenths down because of that penalty. Ahai 2003 comes home for Mercedes in 3rd. Jack's Gaming, good result for McLaren in 4th. Borderbold was denied a podium in the final moments. Sir Waffler gets 6th place. And SBS Bobby and Trip Express finish 7th and 8th respectively. Decent race for Ferrari, getting in loads of those points. Leighton finishes a couple seconds down on them, and and that is a disappointing race for Leighton and a very disappointing race for some, but all of the effort and misery is going to be washed up later today because Justin has just won this race. I mean, probably not, but just because he won this race, let's just say everyone's going to be so happy, because I'm certainly happy that he got this race win. He's done so much ever since he joined SBS at the very start of everything, and he's champagning the bottle once again at the top for Aston Martin, and this is so great. He is absolutely showering everyone with champagne. I don't blame him, and that is on. What a race by many drivers. 16th to 1st for JD Young, winner and driver of the day. What a race by him. Cool guy, started 4th, finished 2nd. Good race by him, but could have been a race win. First podium in his career though, as a debut driver. At High 2003, banging race for him. 6th to 3rd, got the podium in the end. Very well done by him. Jack's Gaming did well as well in the McLaren to get that position up. 4th place for him. Bold in 5th. Denied a podium, but still very good race. Brings home loads of points. So Waffler in 6th. SBS Bobby in 7th. 8th Trevor Switten. Leighton in 9th. Cadbury in 10th. 11th Trainship. Jamboy in 12th. And 6th in 13th. That's all the points positions you need to know. And that's me here so far. We're going to do interviews hopefully. Ooh. Right, I'm going to do some interviews. So, top 3. Jack's Gaming. Got that podium. Wow, that is some race. We're going to do interviews now as well. Wow. I'm gonna have to see them. Hello. Right. Let's get in. Okay, why am I in report chat? Ooh, that was a race. That was a race. That was crazy. I know. Jeez. I know, there was just so much happening, it was crazy. Yeah, sure. I tried getting just. Should I add him? Damn it, yeah, I'm not interviewing him. My man, you crushed with it. I'll ask that to what do you call it? Thingy. What's his name? Lifeboat. I did. Alright, cool. Jack's Gaming finished on the podium, didn't he? I think so. Yeah, he did. Jack's Gaming. Can you add him? Can you add Jack's Gaming?
Reporting at Ahi.
Ahi? What?
Okay, so Ahi's reported and...
What did... Right, so now after that we just need, if Justin joins, then we just need Jack's Gaming. I know definitely one of the McLarens finished on the podium, so. Hello. We're doing interviews in a minute. Just Bobby. 15th to 16th to 16th to 1st. More drugs. You can see for yourself. Go on our channel. Go on LJJ. I didn't see you crashing, Wally. I knew you were DNF'd, but I couldn't like see you because, well, yeah.
Are we waiting for anyone, or can we just get started?
Jack's Gaming.
Oh, no, we don't need him.
Alright, cool. So, let's start these interviews. Alright. We'll start, with... Alright, so we're gonna start with Justin. JD Young. Great race from you. 16th to 1st. Amazing race. How do you feel? You started 16th out of 17 drivers. Obviously, in the midfield there was a lot of challenge in there. Was there any incidents, or was it like, how did you feel getting through the getting through the pack? One last question. How did you keep focus in the last couple of laps under after the safety car when you knew you had a penalty and you had to pull away to get that victory? Yeah, very, very well said there. Thanks for being here. Wonderful race from you. Love to see you next week. Alright. Cool guy, we're going to move on to you. So, hello. So, this is obviously one of first race in SBS, and in the Williams, you're replacing a championship contender. Ended up finishing in second place. Great result from you. How do you feel about where you finished?
Well, to be honest, in the great scheme of things, it was very nice. Finishing P2 on the baby is amazing. Though I did think I did throw the lead, throughout the lead. I technically, on my behalf, I should have won the race. But it was a great performance from Jaden, so I don't have any regrets, to be honest. Yeah.
I would like to just my personal thought. When did you get like the call up to the seat, and how did you feel about replacing a championship contender? Because you know it's a very big thing.
Yeah. So I actually got called up straight after my trial race. And it was actually quite a good feeling because I didn't really know where I was going to be. But then they signed me, and to be honest, it's kind of a mixed feeling replacing a championship contender, because in a way you're sad to take his place, but it's still a great feeling to be able to actually step up and show what you're capable of.
Very understandable there. Thank you for all your time. Great race from you. Alright, we're going to move on to the Ferrari drivers now. Tripix vs SBS Bobby. Obviously, it's your home race, and many people would be wondering about how you feel like going to Monza in a team like this. Bobby, we'll start with you. Okay, that's really nice to hear. Tripix Risen, what about you? Well, quite well said there, quite short, but you know, we all understand it. We all understand it, don't worry, mate. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you next week. See you, everyone.